Hi, my name is Elise Fisher, and I decided to focus on the needs or problem statement of grant writing. So what is a needs statement? A needs statement explains why there is a request for funding by explaining the particular problem and the need there is for addressing that problem through a solution. This lays the framework to later propose your particular program or service you would like to receive funding for in order to address the problem. This is why the needs statement is often written earlier on in the grant, before you get to the goals and objectives, because it is important to have a clear understanding of the need itself before you can get into the rest of the grant, including the budget. The needs statement must also be written within the context of those who are experiencing the problem within the community. And they could be being affected either directly or indirectly. The purpose of the needs statement is to identify the problem that is prompting you to take action. Researching accurate statistical data is important for expressing why support is necessary for this particular problem. Understanding of this problem should be explained on an individual, community, state, and national level. There are 4 things that an effective needs statement does. First, it provides clear and supportive facts about the problem that is affecting those you are serving and how extensive that problem is. Secondly, it highlights factors that are creating or contributing to the problem. The third thing it does is looks at where there are gaps in current programs and services. And the fourth thing it does is it gives an understanding of the best practices in the group or community you are serving. Things that should be included in the needs statement are an understanding of the immediate needs that should be addressed first in order so that the problem doesn't get worse. It should include why the problem exists and give ideas on how to address the need in your community. It expresses how the problem affects local communities, the state, and the nation as a whole. It compares the costs of a prevention or intervention program to the cost of the program or to the cost of the problem to the community if it is left unchecked. It also doesn't give an exact solution, but instead lays a foundation for a possible solution, which can be addressed later on in the grant. When writing a needs assessment, it is important to limit the amount of data to include only what is necessary, so that there is not an excessive amount of extra statistics that do not really contribute to the understanding of the need or problem. The first section of the needs statement should include an explanation of what the need or problem is and who is being affected by it. You should provide information such as the number of people per 1,000 people who are being affected and describe the population in terms of ethnicity, gender, age, education level, and socioeconomic status, if it will be helpful. Also in this section, you will compare and contrast local data to state and national data. In this first section, there should not be an overly emotional appeal to the funder because being overly dramatic will not help. Instead, it is best to just simply put a face to the problem by explaining the population that is experiencing adverse effects from the problem. Section 2 will explain what causes the problem and what the needs of the individuals are. It will also examine any barriers in addressing the problem and the stigma that comes along with the problem. It advises to avoid circular reasoning, which is when you claim that the problem is the lack of your service that you are hoping to provide, when in actuality the problem is the deeper need for something rather than the lack of a program or service that you're wanting to provide. Section 3 focuses on the effect that the problem has on an individual, their family, and their entire community. It also explains the importance of early prevention, intervention, and treatments. The final section displays the theoretical perspectives that have been helpful in creating intervention and takes a look at where there have been successes in addressing this problem in similar areas. It also will contemplate what barriers there are to improving the problem. So that is how you create and write an effective needs or problem statement when you are writing a grant to a funder. Thanks.